This is Darren Hunter, and we're here in sunny Perth today. I'm with Rob Edwards, who is the principal of Here Property, based in Leederville in Perth. Now, Rob, you gave me a phone call a number of months ago, and you were looking at buying a rent roll, which you have since purchased,
yes.
With one of your competitors, which is literally 100 metres down the road.
That's right.
And when you saw the fees that obviously came over in a spreadsheet when you were looking at buying the business, what happened when you saw those fees? How did you feel about that?
I saw that we're equal-sized businesses or thereabouts. I had a look at my monthly turnover. I had a look at that competitor's monthly turnover, and there's a pretty vast difference. Our median rents were much the same, and we had the same types of businesses, but a big disparity in the monthly fees.
Okay. Now, so really we're comparing apples against apples here.
Very much so.
But the big difference was the fee income.
Yeah.
Now, that business, I had actually gone and done fee maximisation work, some time ago. So you were seeing the results of that. And so let's just say that I had called you before you'd even seen that rent roll and said, look, Rob, I believe that you should be able to get much better fees. In fact, I've been able to do this in Perth. What would your reaction been if you hadn't have seen that rent roll?
I probably would have very quickly fobbed you off, Darren, in all honesty, because it's one of those types of calls that you always hear the promise, and it's often hard to believe that it's possible until you see actual evidence of it, and that's certainly the case for us.
So, okay, so you had to actually see it to believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now, I came in and did some training, but how did your team feel perhaps before the training or during the training, How did you notice any resistance or anything?
Certainly there was. Some of the property managers' mindset was that it's all about the fee. It's only about the fee. And they didn't put a lot of value on the service that they were offering to their clients. They thought they were only with us because we were cheaper than the other guy. So it was really changing their mindset to understand their own value to their clients and to the business.
Okay. So look, since we've rolled out to a significant part of your rent roll with the letters going out and so forth, and tell us, I know that you've lost some properties and that was expected as part of that, but what was the quality of those properties lost?
The quality of the properties that we lost were very poor. The quality of the owners was also very poor. They're your high maintenance owners and properties, and then the ones that take up a lot of your time to look after that really aren't generating the value back to the business.
You had to do some negotiating.
Yeah, we did.
With a couple of owners. What happened there?
We had some that were taken aback initially by the letter and the correspondence that we'd sent them, because we hadn't done anything like this before. We had one particular owner who was quite taken back. We set up a meeting, we talked to him, and we were able to work that one through. Another round of negotiation that we had was a significant increase on a management that had come in within 12 months. So that was a difficult conversation to have, but we were able to negotiate that one out with a really good outcome.
Yeah, okay. And so since then, and rolling it out and so forth, and I know that we've still got some work to do because we're not quite complete yet, but what's your journey been so far, and how has it changed the mindset of the office? What sort of results have you seen?
I think the biggest thing about this process for us is pointing out to the property managers their value. Property management for us is our primary business, and it's important to empower your staff to believe in what they're doing and their value of it. So that's the biggest change that we've noticed. We manage a few less properties now than we did at the start of the process. Our income is about the same or better, and that will improve as we continue to implement this process.
Yeah, and get the management agreements back. Okay, now we also increased fees with new business too. How have you gone with going up a step and securing at your new fee schedule, and considering we're in Perth, which is a massive vacancy rate at the moment?
Yeah.
So how are you going with new fees and new business?
We're going along very well. We don't negotiate on new business at all. We're quite selective about the type of properties that we want and the type of owners that we want to work with. So we haven't got resistance around it. We've got a lot of really good evidence that supports how well our property managers perform, like a vacancy rate of 2% in a market that's closer to 7%. So those kinds of factors really do enable whoever's handling the new business to show value to our new clients.
Okay, so what do you say to other principals now that perhaps feel that, you know, this sort of thing just isn't possible, can't work for them, won't work, their clients won't, you know, so what's your message to them?
You have to do it. You have to get a reasonable fee for the effort that's required in property management in Perth or anywhere else in Australia. You have to empower your staff and show them their own value. If you're taking low fees, you're overworking your staff, they're not going to be with you very long, and they're not going to be too confident in how they're going about what they're doing. So look after your people. It enables you to better look after your clients and have a good business.
And is it possible?
Absolutely. Sometimes, in my case, you have to see the evidence, but for us, yeah, it's there, it's possible, and you have to do it.
Thank you, Robin. I really appreciate you allowing me to share your journey.
Thanks, Darren.